Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a warning to content creators. Look, if you use that footage and YouTube gives you any sign that something is wrong with it, just go ahead and delete the video. This is a re-upload. I have the original video, but YouTube disabled the comments to protect minors. I did not want any excuses for this channel to go down. Okay, and also when you do watch the actual video, it is very disturbing, and we need to give attention to an issue that we've been avoiding in our community for quite some time. Hello, this is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and I'm here to tell you that in 2020, this is where we are. Now, some of this might have seemed funny to you. Like, you know, my what the fuck entrance, I contemplated not using it because it's more comical and it's from a comedy, but this is definitely a what the fuck, this is definitely a what the fuck moment. I mean, everyone in this young lady's life should be walking up to her asking her what the fuck. Although I doubt it. If the video hadn't gone viral, she probably wouldn't be getting asked that many questions because, see, here's the thing with BWs and the pedophilia, child molestation narratives. BWs are never implicated. And because of that, BWs can get away with 300% more than any male. And yes, the males who do this kind of thing should be held accountable and punished to the fullest extent of the law. Now, imagine if that were a full-grown man and there were little girls, these kids' ages, in there twerking, and he's sitting up there like just out here looking and patting them on the butt and everything. This man would have been the biggest monster on the planet, and his face would have been plastered everywhere, and it should have been, but BWs would have probably made all kinds of YouTube videos and social media posts trying to make it an indictment of black men as a group. Granted, the guy's black, of course, they would never ever look at a white man like that, but that's another story. The thing is though is about the kids. Is about the kids and black boys who are a very, very unprotected class. And as a community, we should take accountability for that. Because we always point the finger at just the men and never the women. There are probably going to be some women that are going to be mad at me because I made this video. And I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because there's a much bigger, deeper issue here. It's like, this is straight pedo. Period. I'm not giving this female the benefit of a doubt. She should be ashamed of herself. I don't care what she is. I wouldn't care if she was a guy. Because y'all love to act like that men favor men when that is not the case at all. When that's said, it's pretty much a projection anyway. It's said by some female. But let's look at this from the really disturbing part. The boy, let me tell you what I saw in the video. The boy with the hair tied up on top of his head was the wisest one in the room. That's the direct influence of the activities of the adults that surround these kids. Like, when she pulled her pants down, one of the kids asked, "What are you doing?" Notice two of the kids turned their backs on her while she was twerking. Which, which looked like to me that they were kind of disturbed. They were taught some semblance of manners. Like, they don't walk in on a young lady using the bathroom. And, for a little boy, that's probably an odd feeling, knowing that they've gone in gender-specific bathrooms all their life, or, using the bathroom is gender-specific. You're not in the bathroom with a young lady, period, unless it's your girlfriend and, romance, whatever that road is. But this is not the case here. This is the results This is the results of an amoral community. This is also the results of not really caring about black boys and what they have to go through. Because when you hear molestation narratives, they always, and pedophilia narratives, they always point to the men and never the women. Never. You know, it has to be some hardcore solid evidence to point to women. And it's usually when you have those narratives, it's blonde school teachers on children. And they never go and they never come in our neighborhoods with it because they want us to have a sense of destroyed. We're destroying black boys at the young ages, and this has gone on for quite some time, and it's always been all kinds of reasons. And the reasons they always point to is drugs, black men just be killing each other, the lack of education, predisposed failure. They blame everything except for the women in these little boys' lives. Now, those things, the things I just mentioned, have levity. They do. But we have a tendency to put BWs in a very protected class. BWs say they're the most unprotected, most disrespected. Nah, that might have been in the 60s. The fact that this little story right here isn't more widespread and more expressed by BWs in the community, BWs on social media, is disturbing within itself, to say the least. Because obviously, we're seen as self-haters every time we mention something like this. When we mention the plight of black boys, when we mention these BWs being like this, being slurs, being pedos. I mean, we've got to do better. We got to put a spotlight on all of it. So let's cut the bullshit. Let's start telling the truth, and let's start helping these little kids, man, because this is not right at all. Seriously. And the fact that topics like this aren't paid more attention to is definitely an indictment of our quote unquote community. All right. This is Kev. Like, dislike, share. And but most definitely go below this screen and hit that subscribe button. In Kev we trust. Goodbye.